Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. Hayya ala salam. Hayya ala salam. Hayya ala falah. Hayya ala falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. All praises belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and peace and blessings be upon Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We take a moment and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us another opportunity to be and participate in the blessed month of Ramadan, which is nearing to us. And take a moment and ponder for all those family members and all those friends who are not with us at this moment, who were with us prior to the year before this. And let us take a moment and ponder for the fact that our life is very short, and the fact that death is unavoidable, and the fact that we don't know how long we have to live, and there's a definite uncertainty. And an uncertainty factor will we be present for the next Ramadan. And it is for this reason we should try our best to make the most of this blessed month of Ramadan that is almost near to us. It's mentioned about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that prior to the month of Ramadan, he used to make the dua, Allahumma barik lana Rajab wa Sha'ban wa ballighna Ramadan. O Allah, bless the month of Rajab and Sha'ban and وَبَلِّغْنَا Ramadan, and make it so that we reach the month of Ramadan. This is 2 months prior to the month of Ramadan. The Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was mentally and spiritually preparing himself for the month of Ramadan. It's mentioned, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he mentioned that Salman radiallahu anh, in the hadith of Salman, he mentions that prior to the month of Ramadan, the lengthy hadith, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he gave a sermon saying about the blessings and all the opportunities of the Ramadan. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentions that he tells the Sahaba that such a time is nearing, that the month of Ramadan is coming before you. There's such a month that one day in this month, one particular day is greater than 1,000 months, referring to the Laylatul Qadr. That a person who does one good deed, one nafil deed on this month, he will get the reward of doing a faraid. And a person who does a faraid will get the reward of 70 faraid. And also mentions that the first 10 days of this month is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy descends upon mankind. And the second 10 days, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's forgiveness descends upon mankind. And the last 10 days, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His emancipation, He frees His slaves from the fire of Jahannam. So in this, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam continues, he mentions that in this month of Ramadan, a person who feeds a fasting person to break his fast, then he gets the full reward of the person who fasted. So basically, if you feed someone to help them break their fast, you will get the full reward of that person without diminishing his reward in any. And the Sahabas, this was the beautiful quality of the Sahaba. They asked Rasulullah SAW about important questions at this vital time. They asked, "Oh Rasulullah, not all of us have means to provide for others for breaking their fast. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentions that a mere date or a drink of water or a drink of milk is sufficient for you to get this reward. That if someone gives another person a glass of water and help them break the fast, then he gets this reward. That no one can be deprived of this great blessing. Now, understanding the blessing of month of Ramadan is also important for us to understand what we should do. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned also in this hadith 4 things that we should do in this blessed month of Ramadan. And we'll continue about more practical things that we should do in this month of Ramadan. But we'll first start with these 4 things that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned in the hadith of Salman radiallahu anh. So first thing, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, there are 2 things that a person should do and you will please his Lord. Referring to the first thing, that a person in the month of Ramadan should recite La ilaha illallah continuously. That whenever he has free time, whenever there is a time that whether he's on his laptop doing work, or whether he's in the office, or whether it be the sisters cooking, then they should take a moment whenever they realize that they're not using their tongue for anything with regards to speaking to someone, then they should busy their tongue with the recitation of La ilaha illallah. That's number 1, reciting continuous abundance of La ilaha illallah. And the second thing they should continue to busy their tongue in the month of Ramadan is reciting Astaghfirullah continuously. So whenever there's a free time, whenever there's a moment that we find that we are not doing anything, then we should definitely recite zikr, which will be reciting La ilaha illallah and also reciting Astaghfirullah, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness for our sins. And 2 things Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that one cannot do without. That this is the dua, the 2 dua that a person should make in this blessed month of Ramadan. The very first one, that he should ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us, grant individually, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us Jannah. That always continuously ask whenever we have free time, whether it be a specific time before breaking our iftar or throughout the day, we should always continuously ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us Jannah. And this third, which is the third and final thing that we should ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us and free us from the fire of Jahannam. It's Allah ta'ala to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from the fire of Jahannam. So these are the 4, we'll just quickly recap from the hadith of Salman radiallahu, the 4 things that we should do. First, La ilaha illallah. We should continue to recite La ilaha illallah. Second, Astaghfirullah, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. And then third will be asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for Jannah whenever we have time, whether it be making a short dua or long dua. And finally, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save us from fire Jahannam. This is mentioned in Salman radiallahu. Now more practically, we have to understand the importance of Ramadan has importance of the Quran. The Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fil Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the blessed month of Ramadan in which the Quran was revealed. So the importance of Quran is linked with Ramadan. So it is for this reason, practically we should give more importance to Quran in this blessed month of Ramadan. So just by saying importance to the Quran can have a different meaning for different people. For example, a Hafiz in the month of Ramadan, he can't just focus on in the Quran because he already memorized it. So the importance for him to give to the Quran will be take out time to learn tafsir, read and understand a surah every day and continuously go on from there. And a person who's lower from the Hafiz, let's say for example, he knows how to read the Quran. But he didn't start memorizing. So every day he should start taking a small portion, whether it be 1 line, whether it be 3 lines or short surah, then he should take that amount and start memorizing. And a person who doesn't know how to read the Quran, then he should take classes and understand. He should take classes from those who know how to read and be able to read and in this blessed month of Ramadan. Because how deprived is a person who doesn't know how to read the Quran and who isn't able to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout the Quran. Nabi's hadith mentioned to the effect that a person that whenever he does a good deed, it's multiplied by 10 hasana. And a person who reads one letter of the Quran, he gets 10 hasana. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he mentioned that one letter, one word, meaning one word doesn't mean that Bismillah. It refers to the ba, it refers to the sin, and it refers to the meme separately. So you have alif lam meme, that's already three words. So it refers to the sin, and it refers to the meme separately. So you have alif lam meme, that's already three words. So it refers to the sin, and it refers. So for each word, each letter, he gets 10 hasana. So let's take a moment and understand how great this hadith is, or how great this is for an individual. Let's take Surah Ikhlas. Literally in Surah Ikhlas, there's about 46 to 47 letters. So when a person reads just Surah Ikhlas, which is literally Qul Hu Allahu, a person can read within less than a minute, then 46 times 10 which will be 460. Time to the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increases the reward in Ramadan by 700. So 700 times 460. I mean, I don't have a calculator, but everyone can do the math. That the amount of reward a person can get just by reading Quran without the month of Ramadan is a huge amount. And having to read the Quran in the month of Ramadan, he could take this reward to another level. So, what do we understand? In the month of Ramadan, we should try our best, whatever level we might be in with regards to our Quran, because you have to understand that however connection with the Quran, that will be our connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we should take a moment and understand how we can increase, and take a moment and to really realize that how we can take this month of Ramadan and put time to our Quran. Now, another important factor that we should do in this month of Ramadan is we should increase our charity. We should increase our charity in the month of Ramadan. We all know, most of us who are working, that we know that a lot of us appoint Ramadan as the time that we discharge our zakat. But that's our zakat, that's our mandatory that we have to give our zakat. But given the fact, without the zakat, whatever extra sadaqah we should increase in this month of Ramadan, whether it be every day or periodically every week, we should take a little bit extra in the month of Ramadan, because we know that our deeds will be increased and our Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us multiple in reward. So, like I said, this is a month of patience, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward patience with what? Not other than Jannah. And I make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gives us all the ability and the opportunity to take the most of this blessed month of Ramadan. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me and all the ability to act upon what has been said. الحمد لله الذي هدانا إلى سبيل الهداية والعرفان وجعلنا أهل الإسلام والإيقان نحمده سبحانه وتعالى على أن أظلنا شهر عظيم يسمى رمضان ترمد فيه الذنوب وتكشف فيه القروب ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له شهادة بالقلب واللسان ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله الذي عرفنا ما يدخلنا الجنان صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وأكمل أهل الإيمان وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، فقد دخل شهر رمضان فخذوا بركاته بالطاعة والتنزه عن الإسيان كما حضنا عليه رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إلى ما لا يتناهى من الزمان. قال عليه الصلاة والسلام: إذا كان أول ليلة من شهر رمضان صدفت الشياطين ومردت الجن وغلقت الأبواب النار فلم يفتح منها باب وفتحت أبواب الجنة فلم يغلق منها باب ينادي مناد: يا باغي الخير أقبل، يا باغي الشر أقصر. ولله وتقاه من النار وذلك كل ليلة. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: كل عمل ابن آدم يضاعف الحسنة بعشر أمثالها إلى 700 ضعف. قال عليه الصلاة والسلام: إلا الصوم فإنه لي وأنا أجزي به. يدعو شهوته وطعامه من أجلي. للصائم فرحتان: فرحة عند فطره وفرحة عند لقاء ربه. ولخلوف فيه أطيب عند الله من ريح المسك. والصيام جنة وإذا كان يوم صوم أحدكم فلا يرفث ولا يصخب، فإنه سابه أحد أو قاتله فليقل إني امرؤ صائم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. فالآن باشروهن وابتغوا ما كتب الله لكم وكلوا واشربوا حتى يتبين لكم الخيط الأبيض من الخيط الأسود من الفجر ثم أتموا الصيام إلى الليل. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا، من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، فإني أوصيكم بتقوى الله والمؤاذبة على ذكر الله، على خير الكلام كلام الله، وأحسن هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. من أطاع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يعص الله ورسوله فقد غوى. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. اللهم امطر شعبك رضوانك على السابقين الأولين من المهاجرين والأنصار والذين اتبعوا بإحسان، خصوصا على الخلفاء الراشدين المهديين أبي بكر الصديق صاحب رسول الله في الغار، وعمر الفاروق قائم العصا والكفار، وعثمان ذي النورين كامل الحياة والوقار، وعلي المرتضى أسد الله الجبار رضي الله عنهم، وعلى سيدة شباب أهل الجنة إمامين همامين أبي محمد الحسن وأبي عبد الله الحسين رضي الله تعالى عنهما، وعلى أمهما سيدة النساء فاطمة الزهراء رضي الله تعالى عنها، وعلى عمه المكرمين بين الناس أبي عمارة حمزة وأبي فضل العباس. أولئك حزب الله، ألا إن حزب الله مفلحون. اللهم ارض عنهم والصحابة أجمعين، خصوصا عن معاوية وبنات النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم والطاهرات زينب ورقية وأم كلثوم وفاطمة، وعن أزواجه خصوصا عن خديجة وعائشة وحفصة. اللهم انصر من نصر دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم واجعلنا منهم، واخذل من خذل دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا تجعلنا منهم. عباد الله رحم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. وأقيموا الصلاة. Okay.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah, hayya ala falah. Takum salah, takum salah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah.
Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى
سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. اللهم انت السلام منك السلام تبارك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. رب اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. رب اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم الحساب. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين برحمتك.
Assalamu alaikum. Brothers and sisters, there are two important announcements. Please listen these two important announcements. The first announcement, inshallah, we will pray Taraweeh in this masjid. Inshallah, we will pray Taraweeh in this masjid, but it will be in limited capacity. Those who, the first comes, first served basis. Exactly the way that we are having the sitting spot, it will remain so. So we will have a Taraweeh, first come, first served basis. The second announcement is about the vaccination. Inshallah, next Sunday, we have requested our members and our community, let's say the associates, neighbors, to go online, register for the vaccination. So there are about 500 people will get the vaccine on next Sunday. So those who have already registered, you should complete your vaccine consent form. You should bring your ID and an insurance, copy of your insurance if you have. Those will be required by the clinic who will administer you the vaccine. And you should